Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. And a quick look at how New Orleans' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Knippel and Miller on the wings. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And for New Orleans, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Jordan Poole out there with Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. There's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team, Grant.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point. This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. Outside Jones. Jones with a screen on Bridges. Williamson passes to Murray. 5 on the clock. Jones from outside. The shot that time not on target. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
And we're seeing just how good this team is when they're firing on all cylinders. The way they're rolling right now, this winning streak could go on for a while.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Willie Green and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Tim, you look at Zion's play. Steady growth as a passer.
Well, he has more than doubled his rate of assists since his rookie year, while keeping his turnover numbers pretty stable. Brian, that makes him even more lethal offensively. And Jordan Poole showing you those elusive handles. When he's got it going like that, good luck. No defense can contain it.
And Miller good for 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Pass to Williamson. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Poole shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Miller. And that misses. That would have put him up. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for New Orleans. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
They split the 2 games they played last year. Both teams really struggled to find wins throughout the season.
Both teams struggled to be competitive overall last year, but at least their season series was.
That puts him in the lead. Miller's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Charlotte on top, leading by a point. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
We've got Trey Murphy, also Fears out there, and it's Queen in at the 4. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pass to Matkovic. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, this summer saw Hall of Famer Joe Dumars put in charge of the Pelicans front office, returning to his home state of Louisiana. He talked about it being the right place, right time, right people in New Orleans. And he's looking to ensure it's super organized, classy, and elite organization.
They'll get there. Shams, thank you. Hornets leading by 5. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync. This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Pass to Bay. The 3. The rebound by Bridges. The Hornets have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Sexton up and in on the layup. Sexton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Now here's Bay to win the run. It's the trifecta.
All about confidence in these moments. Bay able to attack immediately.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Tim, 1 year you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. DeJounte Murray's checked in for New Orleans. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Wow, Murray right there just was not going to be denied, showing you that functional strength.
Man with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Here's Plumlee. Misi grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 9. Outside Murray. Lets it go from the wing. Hornets with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Yeah, obviously a guy with strong mechanics. Knipple able to drain the jumper.
Murray scanning the floor. Beyond the arc. Murray can't get that one to fall. And so it's Charlotte. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You know, for New Orleans, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They got to wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Hornets.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get in space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times the defense couldn't get back. That created all sorts of mismatches.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. On the court for the Hornets. Ball is joined in the backcourt by Knipple. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. And it's Plumlee in at the center position, locking down the middle. And it's Murray off the drive. Easy, and he dunks it down.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And for someone listed at 6'4", DeJounte Murray is an excellent rebounder, Tim.
Well, he sure is. He's got long arms and he's very athletic. His work on the glass, one of the many ways that he can impact winning, and he's always a threat to take it end to end. And Murray has the vision you want in a lead guard. He scans the floor and finds his team quality shots.
Here's Ball. Ball ventures inside and converts.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A., and Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
And looking at second chance points last year, here were the teams that did the most damage on the offensive glass. The Hornets 4th, 5th, New Orleans.
Right here, these two teams really cashed in on the offensive glass, creating extra points out of nothing.
Here's Poole. Jones from outside hits a three-pointer. Jones has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since jump streak.
Hornets leading by 10. Here's Ball. Ball outworks the contact inside.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Poole outside. Murray finds some space. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
And primarily in college, Knipple was used as a floor spacer, a guy who is lethal from range. But he showed signs of being able to make plays and crash the glass as well.
Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Williamson. No good on the second free throw. Tim, the 21st pick in 2024. And Yves Missy's NBA career is off to an encouraging start.
Yeah, Brian, this big guy has quickly emerged as a nightly double-double threat. One of the most physically gifted centers in the league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Guys?
All right, thank you, Allie. And here's Knipple from the arc. Missy grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 13. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. From deep. Offensive board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Nails it from 3. Knipple's got 8.
Yes, I know Knipple is a rookie, but he entered the league with a reputation from deep.
And here's Murray. To the paint. Here's Missy. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Charlotte on top, leading by 14. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. DeJounte Murray is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5. Jones outside. And the 3 misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Brandon Miller, it's money from deep. Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort. Look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of want-to, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
Poole fires. Can't get the 3. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. A 17-point lead, their biggest. And Charlotte, another 3.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch them go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left them too open on that play.
Oh, off target from downtown. For New Orleans, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Poole. Fires it from 14. The jumper is good.
And doing a little damage inside the arms. That's a nice shot there by Poole.
Now Ball. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Hornets.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for LaMelo Ball.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
Miller. Murray pulls it down. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. There's 38 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Jones. Now Murray. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And over the last few seasons, we've really seen Jordan Poole mature as a player.
Bay. The 3 is in. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Oh, it doesn't go. And there's the drive. Book it. That one goes. 20 feet out. That misses. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.